Welcome to Awakening the Spiritual Mind. My name is Elizabeth Cario and I am your host. Today we arrived at the conclusion of this journey. Not an end, but a threshold. The moment when insight becomes action and presence becomes sacred. I'll begin by reading directly from the conclusion of the book.
Conclusion: Awakening as Sacred Action. This book is not a method, it is a map, not of fixed routes, but of essential questions. It is a compass pointing inward toward the place where transformation begins. Throughout these pages, we have explored what it means to awaken the spiritual mind, not as a religious idea or mystical abstraction, but as a living intelligence. Spiritual intelligence is not a separate skill to be mastered. It is the very thread that weaves together clarity, presence, and integrity. It is how we stay rooted in what matters most, even when the world is spinning. This book is structured like a journey, a descent and return, echoing the ancient structure Joseph Campbell called the hero's journey. You may recognize this arc, not just in myths, but in your own life, again and again. And perhaps reading this book has brought you into a new cycle of that journey, one more aware, more integrated, more conscious.
What you just heard is the essence of this book. It's not a manual to follow. It's a map of questions. That means the journey is alive. If you won't look the same for you tomorrow as it does today. Your compass is not my words. Your compass is your inner resonance. Think of the 3 stages we traveled. First, listening and observing, the courage to pause to question. Then, descending and transforming, meeting the shadows, the loops, the fractures. Third, returning with fire, re-entering the world with clarity, with coherence. This rhythm is not one-time trip, it's a spiral. Every cycle brings new edges, new depths, new light. And every time you return, you are not the same. You are more yourself. Let me give voice again to how the book frames these 3 stages.
Stage 1: Observation and listening. In part 1, we began with understanding. We observed our mental landscapes. We questioned our beliefs. We learned to listen to ourselves, to our bodies, to the world around us. We explored the role of narratives, identity, and meaning. We examined cultural myths and the crisis of coherence that marks our time. This was the preparation, developing the capacity to pause, to witness, to discern. Intelligence here was cognitive and emotional, the intelligence of insight, questioning, and attunement. But it was also spiritual, the subtle capacity to sense the gap between what is and what could be. Stage 2: Descent and transformation. In part 2 and part 3, we entered the underworld, the inner terrain. We faced the shadows, the wounds, the internal divisions. We explored trauma, healing, and the multiplicity of the psyche. We spoke of the inner critic, the fragmented self, and the alchemical fire that reshapes the ego into something more porous, more luminous. This descent was not pathology. It was the initiation. We discovered that coherence cannot be imposed from the outside. It must emerge from within. We cultivated the capacity to stay present with discomfort, to let go of outdated maps, and to allow new patterns to arise. Here, spiritual intelligence became embodied. It was not just a knowing, but a way of being with what is, with paradox, with grief, with emergence. We also began to sense the bridge between inner and outer, that healing is not just for the self, but for the world. That when the inner architecture shifts, so does our way of relating, acting, and choosing. Stage 3: Return with fire. In part 4, we returned, not to who we were, but to the world, carrying something new, a deeper presence, a renewed clarity, a fire that warms rather than consumes. We explored action rooted in alignment, how to lead, speak, and create, not from old roles or protection, but from inner coherence. We studied the integration of the 4 intelligences, mind, heart, body, and soul, as a model for wholeness. Spiritual intelligence in this final stage became active. It became leadership. It became love in action. Not as performance, but as service. Not as ideology, but as embodiment. This journey, from observation to transformation to action, is the ongoing rhythm of a conscious life. It is not linear, it repeats. But with each spiral, we descend deeper and return with more light.
It's important to remember, grow is spiral, not staircase. You don't graduate from listening. You don't finish with shadow work. You don't master presence once and for all. Instead, you'll circle back, but each time with more awareness, more gentleness, more fire. This is why spiritual intelligence matters. It keeps you rooted in coherence, even as the cycles repeat. Here is the final invitation of the book.
You are not the same person who opened this book. You have walked a path of insight, integration, and awakening, and now you are invited to bring this into the world. Not to be perfect, but to be whole, to listen, to choose, to act from the place within you that knows. Because the world does not need more performance, it needs more presence. And your presence, when aligned with soul, becomes a source of meaning and transformation. That is the gift of spiritual intelligence, not as theory, but as a lived truth. Let this not be the end. Let it be your next beginning. I no longer live to check boxes. I live to embody. Sometimes I doubt. Sometimes I fail. But I always come back to this simple question. Am I aligned with what truly moves me? It's not always comfortable, but it's alive. And that presence, that's what I want to offer the world.
This is why the conclusion is called Awakening as Sacred Action. Because awakening that stays private, awakening that never touches your relationships, your words, your choices, it withers. Sacred action is not activism only. It is not performance. It is the smallest act aligned with soul. Choosing presence in a meeting. Saying no when your integrity requires it. Slowing your pace until it matches your truth. Sacred action does not always look heroic, but it is always transformative. Let me now read the epilogue. The journey continues.
This concludes Awakening the Spiritual Mind, a guide to finding meaning and purpose in modern times, written and narrated by Elizabeth Carriot. At its heart, this book invites you to remember who you truly are. Release what no longer serves you. Reclaim your authentic power. And realign your life with your deepest essence. My hope is that it has offered you not only inspiration, but practical ways to embody your spiritual intelligence every day. Thank you for listening. If this book has inspired you, please consider sharing it with others or leaving a review on your favorite audiobook platform. It truly helps others find this work. To explore more resources, guided practices, or to connect with me, visit elizabethcarriot.com. You'll also find my newsletter and social media links there so we can continue the conversation. And remember, spiritual intelligence is not a concept. It is a way of being. Live it. With gratitude, I wish you beauty, courage, and grace on your own journey of awakening.
The fire I describe in the epilogue is real. For me, it lives in the chest, a warmth when I speak truth, a steadiness when I choose what aligns. You carry that fire now too. Maybe it feels small, maybe it feels fragile, but like an ember, it only needs presence to glow. Your task is not to keep the flame huge, it is to keep it alive. Let me close with my personal note to you, the reader.
This concludes Awakening the Spiritual Mind, a guide to finding meaning and purpose in modern times, written and narrated by Elizabeth Carriot. At its heart, this book invites you to remember who you truly are, release what no longer serves you, reclaim your authentic power, and realign your life with your deepest essence. My hope is that it has offered you not only inspiration, but practical ways to embody your spiritual intelligence every day. Thank you for listening. If this book has inspired you, please consider sharing it with others or leaving a review on your favorite audiobook platform. It truly helps others find this work. To explore more resources, guided practices, or to connect with me, visit elizabethcarriot.com. You'll also find my newsletter and social media links there so we can continue the conversation. And remember, spiritual intelligence is not a concept. It is a way of being. Live it. With gratitude, I wish you beauty, courage, and grace on your own journey of awakening.
This note is both my testimony and my invitation. Awakening is never private. It is relational. And so, this is not goodbye. It is a beginning of a new dialogue between us, in writing, in coaching, in community, in presence. As you leave this series, carry one question forward. Am I aligned with what is truly alive in me? If yes, walk. If not, pause. The soul knows. And now, in your awakening journal or your notebook, write freely under the title, Living the Fire. What is one small action I can take this week to let my inner fire become visible in the world? Thank you for walking this journey with me in awakening the spiritual mind. Though the book ends here, the path continues. To go deeper, I invite you to visit my website, elizabeth-carriot.com, where you will find new writings, coaching opportunities, and ways to stay connected. May you walk with presence. May your fire illuminate what matters until we meet again.